just a few days away from Valentine's Day, and let's face it, there are so many ways to celebrate this holiday depending on where you are in your life, especially if you're single. So here to break it down for us is our girl, author, and dating expert, Monique Kelly. Monique!
Hey, Monique!
Hey, lady! Let's get right into this, because you always had a good information, okay? Let's start out with our happy singles, or as we should call, Garcelle Beauvais, or single and satisfied, or like we would say, Garcelle Beauvais.
Single and satisfied. Amen to that.
What are some tips for celebrating V-Day if this is your mindset?
So here's the thing. Surprise, ladies, there are people out there who are happily single. Of course, I say that with sarcasm, but there are people who are enjoying being single.
That with sarcasm?
Meaning, like, it's a good thing.
Oh,
we love happily single, and there's plenty of happily singles out there.
Yes.
And they're enjoying being single. They love the single life. They've done the self-care. They have career growth, and they are enjoying being single. But I think it's important that when you are happily single, a lot of times you're fine, you're living your best life. And what happens is other people's projections make you start thinking like, am I tripping? They'll say stuff like, oh, well, next year you'll have a Valentine. And you're really not worried about it. So I think it's important when you are happily single that you embrace that and not let other people's misconceptions of what happily single means become something for you.
Yeah.
Also, when you're happily single, I think it's so important. There is a myth. I want to debunk this myth right now, that when you are happily single, for some reason, you're not happy for your girls who are in happy, loving relationships. That is a lie. We root for that. We want that, and it's a good thing.
Yep.
And last but not least, when you are happily single, it's important in that happiness that you still remain open to love. You know, my 3 favorite words, in addition to, it's important that you are still open to love, even though you're happily single. We don't want anyone coming in disturbing your peace, but I still want you guys to still be open to the possibilities.
I love that. See there, Garcelle? I will say she is very, very supportive of us. She listens to all of our stories. I love that.
Of course.
No, but you know, there's some women that be like, ugh.
They be jealous.
But, the one thing that I want to say, messaging is really important, and I don't feel that in 2022, I should say that having a man completes us.
Exactly.
We are great without it, and I don't like that, the messaging
always
of that.
hated that.
If you don't have a man, you're not happy, you're not fulfilled.
complete, not a
and
woman.
I think that's a message we can't be, you know, we have to be careful with what we're saying.
know.
But I want
That
to know.
is so true. That's why I think it's important that we embrace people who are happily single, because they are really out there. And for a lot of people, it's hard to believe that there are people who are happily single. It doesn't mean you don't want a man, but it doesn't mean that you don't need
Your life is not over.
Yeah.
Your life is not okay. What about if you're newly single, Monique?
Okay, so for the newly single, let's keep it real. For a lot of people, they were in relationships last Valentine's Day. Even if the relationship was a hot mess at that point, they were in relationships. And it's natural for some people to be triggered by that. It's natural for you to start thinking about the relationship and what went wrong. And I think for a lot of women, we have a tendency to fantasize about what the relationship was in the beginning or what you expected the relationship to be, instead of really sitting with what the relationship was and who the person finally presented themselves to be. So I think it's important, you know, it's natural. For some people, you know, we keep those text message chains. You start rereading, seeing where things went wrong, what you missed. For some women, you might even be looking at those social media pages. It's natural. So I don't want you to beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. But in the middle of that, I want you to remember this. A proven fool is still a fool and needs to stay in Foolville, okay?
These are the facts.
A proven fool.
Oh my God. Well, let me see.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you, girl. What if you are single and not happy about it? How should you approach Valentine's Day if that's your situation?
Okay, so here's the thing. For a lot of women, we have manifested, done vision boards, meditated, prayed. We looking for our man, and we are exhausted. period. It's like, where is he? And a lot of times there is this myth, let's debunk the myth, that just because you're having a moment of single depression where you're hoping and wishing you had a man, it doesn't mean you're not a strong, independent woman.
Right.
It just means you're having a human moment. So when these triggers come up, it's important, again, that you give yourself grace. These are also the times when you lean on your girls. Plan a Valentine's Day. Do something fun with your girls to take your mind off of things. And it's so important that you acknowledge the feeling and know it's normal, it's temporary, and it will go away. Because being single is brave, constantly putting yourself out there, hoping, wishing, praying for the right person to do it over and over again. So just remember, it's brave to do it and to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so good. Well, I'm curious to hear your take on a brand new relationship. Should they go all out for Valentine's Day?
Brand new over here.
Okay, so yeah, I
Nene
love brand
wants
new
to know.
relationships.
Nene wants to know.
You're asking for a friend?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So for the newly booed up, first of all, I think it's important that you enjoy this moment. A lot of times, especially when we get to a particular age, we are so used to waiting for the other shoe to drop. There's a little bit of cynicism because we're just looking for the red flags. But there is a possibility that after years of bad dates, going to the circus with clowns, fools, that you have found your forever boo. And it's important that you set expectations, okay? So if you are that girl that loves Valentine's Day, rom-coms, roses, candy, all of that, it's okay to let your new guy know that. And let's be clear, I know some of us have those guys who are like, Valentine's Day is every day. But it is okay to let them know.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't.
And it's okay to let them know what you like. Most men aren't into Valentine's Day. They don't wake up and say, oh, I just love Valentine's Day. They suck it up for their woman. So also manage your expectation. If you just started dating someone, let's not expect diamonds and pearls and all that. But it's okay to let the guy know. And don't wait for the other shoe to drop. After all these years, you could have finally met your forever boo. I want you to embrace it and enjoy it.
Embrace it and
Nene
enjoy
wants to
it.
embrace it, enjoy it with her diamonds.
With her
and
diamonds.
pearls.
Monique.
There we go.
And the roses.
Monique, we love when you stop by. You always give the best advice. Real fam, if you're interested in any more of Monique's work, please be sure to check out her book, Reality in Chaos, out everywhere books are sold. Thank you, girl. Love you.
Love you, ladies.
See you.
Looking good.
See ya.